Here, African West JP.
Take a trip to my side.
African West JP.
If you a bitch, you can't bang with us.
Good people, what going on? This your boy Allison West J Media. We are coming live from Allison West J Media Studios, and tonight we are joined by the Coming to America Zone. She didn't get picked. She didn't get picked. She barking like a dog. Coco, we got Coco the poodle. We also got she just want to be seen. We also got one of the OGs from the neighborhood. Watch out, God damn it, he's mine. You know what I'm saying? We got one of the OGs from the hood, man. My boy Yellow. Now if you're from the hood where I'm from, you know he's the owner of US1 Liquor Store at the top of West Chapel Covenant Highway. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I was thinking of somebody to come in who own a business in my community. So the first person I thought to call was OG Yellow, man. He came in and sit down. Welcome to the show, man.
Welcome.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for coming.
Appreciate you.
We want to get people in our community to come in on our show. Let them know we are a community show also. Right. We're not just all laughing and funny. Yellow is somebody I watched progress with my own two eyes. I remember how the store started on this side, and eventually it was the whole building. So that showed me. And his number one slogan is progress. So welcome to the show, OG, man. Thank you for sitting down with us, man. We're gonna get you a little bit of your business. We're gonna find out, you know what I'm saying, the ins and outs. We want to be millionaire too. Right. You know, so hopefully he can put me in Coco. Well,
please, I need. Put me on. Don't do that, big. Put me on.
Like I told you, I got the game for free.
He got the game for free.
Charging for that.
Okay. Well, we need to chop this up and help our people out too.
Oh yeah.
So OG, how did your journey start?
Man, it was a wild ride. It wasn't always peaches and cream. You know what I mean? Like, born and raised in Jamaica, moved to New York. From New York, grew up in Chicago. From Chicago to Atlanta.
Wow,
got to Atlanta. I'm like, that's a very, you know what I mean? That's my triangular circle. Like that, you know, right there. I'm like, okay, cool.
What part of Chicago you grew up in?
Southside.
Man, you biting over there. I don't visit them parts of Chicago.
Well,
I go downtown.
No, we don't do it. That was in the 90s though, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When did you come here?
I got here like 2001, 2002, but I was still back and forth between here and Chicago when I first got here.
Okay.
Before I made my mind up, like, okay, I want to be here.
Okay, I hear the accent too.
Yeah,
I'm hearing it now.
I
didn't hear it before.
Lose it. You never
I didn't hear it before.
Okay,
I hear it now. Okay. Caribbean.
Now, I want to tell you something. Now, she is the Allison West J Media put bull. She do lock and bite. I'm just letting you know.
Oh, jeez.
What?
No, I mean, like I say, I know this thing.
Yeah.
I know this thing.
Now, so you move here to Atlanta. Of course, you won that US1. What was the first thing you did when you got to Atlanta?
Okay, the first thing I did when I got here, actually I moved here on some modeling and shit. You know.
Did you say modeling?
Yeah.
Okay, you was a model?
Yeah, that didn't last too long.
I see the cut.
You see the cut?
I see the cut. I can see it. That's what she
said that. She said that. But
God damn, horny dog.
Give me my...
Go ahead.
But that didn't, you know what I mean? That wasn't in the bill. That was just, you know what I mean? For what it was. Actually, my first gig was really, I was selling bootleg CD and DVDs in Bankhead.
Oh, okay.
See that, good people?
Out the trunk.
How many of y'all gonna admit y'all were the CD and the DVD man?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Back in the day.
All these boys been had money. They been up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Nah, I was selling. Then I was on Metropolitan in Cleveland, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I was there for a while. It wasn't always. It was always progress, but it wasn't always progressive as yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I had to do that for a little bit. CDs, you know, DVDs.
How did you get into that? What made you go that route?
See, that was years ago, and this is, you know, there wasn't nobody streaming then. There wasn't nobody downloading and nothing back then. You know what I mean? You wanted to hear some music, you gotta put that CD in the car.
Yeah, I mean, I remember Biggz told me about it because he old, so he was telling me about back in the day when they had CDs and
right. CDs, that wrong shiny thing.
Yeah, he was trying to tell me about them. You know, I'm young, I don't know about all that stuff.
Yeah, it's that wrong shiny thing, like, you know what I mean, like laser. You know, never mind about.
And you
You mean like a CD book you got in your car? You still listen to this day?
I gotta show it to you.
Come on,
But
man.
yeah, that's where I started from. You know, that's where I started doing that.
Okay.
You know, it was paying the bills. You know what
Okay.
I mean? And me being the person that I am, I'm always trying to look, well, what's the next move?
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not, you know, I wasn't saying here to sell bootleggers.
Right.
You know.
So after you know what I'm saying, you was in the music industry, what was the next transition?
Well, I did a little bit of everything. You know, just to be honest with you, I even had a car wash up in Cobb County. You know, I didn't last too long. I did that myself. You know what I mean? Then I remember back then we had like a real bad drought in Atlanta, and it was like, yo, we're gonna have to shut down all the car wash. That's not recycling the water and all this other stuff. So I'm like, okay, that's not gonna last too long. You know what I mean? So, you know, then I'm on the east side. I'm on the east side, and I'm hanging out one day, and one of my dudes said to me, yo, you know, if you get into trucking, you know, you could not work. And I never wanted to actually physically work. You know what I mean? I was like, I spent extra time in school so I would not work. You know what I mean?
Well, you know,
I can't fix nothing. You know, I'm not the dude for that. You know, you know, I can't fix shit. But yeah, so he was like, "Yo, get into trucking. You know, you do your thing, stay home, and you know, and bought 1 truck, bought 2 truck, bought 3 truck, 4 truck, and 5 truck. And then my office became a little laptop. So wherever I go, I bring my laptop with me, and that's my office. I didn't have to physically be in the office. I didn't have to be doing the work.
Right.
You know, but I was always very hands-on in the sense that I'm not to fix anything, but hands-on in the fact that
keeping things moving.
right. So if my truck is going to California, I would hop in it. You know what I mean? I ain't driving shit, but I'm hopping in it because if my driver comes back and say to me, "Well, I did $1,000 in fuel," then I want to know that.
Right.
Well, one time I was in the truck and we went to Cali and I did spend $1,000 in fuel.
Okay,
You know what
smart.
I mean? So I'm not the one like to stay over here and be calling shots and doing this and doing that.
And you get active.
Yeah. Coming out at 2 o'clock in the morning, go pump the diesel for the driver, little shit like that. You know what I mean? I know I had to do what I had to do. I had to put work in because, you know, my pops always tell me like, you know, anything from experience, you're going, you know what I mean? You're going to see what it is.
Right.
You know, and that's what I did. I did that trucking thing before I did the liquor store thing, and I was never a big drinker, so I didn't know anything about liquor.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If you asked me for anything outside of Moet or Hennessy,
You didn't know.
I don't know. I don't know what a pint is. Don't ask me for a half a pint. I don't know none of that.
That's me. I don't know sizes. I drink, but I don't know sizes.
I didn't know.
So what made you want to get into spirits?
Actually, so I was living up in Perimeter at the time, right? So I'm on the east side. I'm on the block. I know this was way back.
Yeah, way
right?
back.
And I'm on the corner and I'm driving, and there's a little store right where I'm at. That you know, I wanted a phone card. I went in there and I'm like, this place is ain't nothing, no business going on here. It's just wide open. Side note: the difference between people who will make it and the people who will not is people who will make it, they will see opportunities. People who don't make it, they see inconvenience.
Jewel.
Right? For example, you pull up on the spot, you need some wings, and you start bitching and whining. Nobody sell wings over here. This is ridiculous. While me pull up and be like, ain't nobody selling wings over here.
I'm about
I
to
could
sell
put
some
a-
wings.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
That's the difference.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Stop that, OG. I want to look into the camera and tell you, young jitterbug, something. That's the difference between being a boss or a CEO and McDonald's frying fries. CEOs and bosses create opportunities for the money. Niggas that fry fries work for the money.
Yep.
That's a jewel. Go ahead.
Yep. Yep. So I got over there and I'm like, okay, probably I could put a liquor store right here. You know, I had a little money saved up, whatever it is, you know, because no bank was gonna fuck with me. Like, you know, what I mean, no bank is going, you know. So I'm like, okay, so I got to do this on my own. You know, so
Can I question it? So, why do you think that is? Like when banks not fucking with us when we trying to do something.
there's a few business that if the bank, first of all, the bank has to believe in you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Just like anybody else.
Right.
You know, like, I mean, I'm not gonna give you $1 million if I don't believe in what you're doing.
What you doing?
You know, me personally, I invest in a lot of business let me take that back. I don't invest in business. I invest in people.
Oh,
So if you have a business idea that you're pitching, I really don't want to hear it if I'm not feeling it.
right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So, with no collateral and, with credit score, yes. You know what I mean? But, you don't have a good collateral, then, why am I going to give you $1 million?
Right.
It's a risky business.
Okay.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
gotta have a business plan
Yeah,
too.
right. And they're going to tell you for us to give you some money, you need to have some money. Well, if I had some
That don't
money, I
make
would need
sense,
your
though,
money.
right? That's crazy.
What it is, it's just like, I'm gonna give you an example. You want your successful man, right? You don't want you want a successful man. You don't want Billy working at Walmart, right? Right?
Nothing against Billy, but
Right? You
I
don't want Billy at
Billy.
Walmart.
I don't.
But listen, y'all hold tight. We're gonna take a quick break. We gotta change out a battery. We'll be right back. The media show big. We got OG Yellow in the building. You at one liquor store, Glenwood, being good.
Always.
We right back. Good people, we back. Sorry, we had to take a quick break. You know how shit go.
Big had to go to the bathroom.
Okay, I had to drain the lizard.
Had to go.
Now, now, you were saying before we left about the steps of progression, about how like you see opportunity when you going somewhere. So, and you were saying how when you went in and seen the store on
It was the bank.
Yeah. With the bank.
Go ahead.
The bank, I bought,
I was gonna get to that. I was just being back up. Go ahead. You don't want to give people nothing to read about. Go ahead.
yeah.
Can't
Yeah, it's about like when I first started, like I was saying, like the bank didn't believe it. You know what I mean? They didn't want to hop on board with that, so I was on my own, and you know what I mean, in starting up, which was very hard then. But now that we're 15 years deep, I'm kind of happy they didn't.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Do you deal with banks now?
Not as far as on the loan tip. No, I'm good. Yeah, I mean, not on the loan tip, because you weren't messing with me then, and definitely 15 years later.
Right.
You know what I mean?
What would they say if you went with me shooting in the gym? The same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you weren't with me shooting.
Cause I don't like. I went to my bank. I'm gonna say I went to Chase motherfucking bank on more than the other day. I had a good business proposal. I had for 150. They got us out there in 7 minutes. I wanna say fuck you.
Damn.
Fuck
Dang. Don't worry about it. They're gonna be knocking on your door.
Oh goddamn right. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And I want to leave with all my fucking money right there. My wife talked me out of it. I tell you what, mother, give me my $4.82 right motherfucking now. I want it right now. Get me up out of here, man.
You're so sad.
Hey, what happened? He opened up the little folder. He looked. He said, "Hold on." He go get a little laptop. He said. I said, so, I said, I look on your website, I see this criteria. I'm talking all, I talk, all the criteria you say that, make me a good candidate for a loan, you know what I'm saying? Like, my debt to cash ratio is pretty good, my cash
you
flow
was
per month.
using your good words. The big words, and they still turned you down?
No, I'm saying, I'm saying what I know the minimum, you know what I'm saying? Through my account, you need to see every month. I say, you know what I'm saying, I'm exceeding that by 20%, you know what I mean? And he was like, so what's your credit score? I said, when I look online, I said that credit score is on the partial, you know what I'm saying, criteria for actually receiving a loan. So he had to come back another way to tell me, even give me the money. Right. When I said, he said, oh damn, this nigga really been on it. Because I've been researching for 6 months, you know what I'm saying? He was like, well man, your business ain't been open long enough, I said, you know what man, just tell me you ain't give me a shot, get the fuck up out of here. Damn. I don't think it'd be something we could do. I said, you know what, I knew I should have brought my ass in here. I know I should keep doing what I grinding, stand down, and go get the money myself.
Listen,
so it's fine.
Listen, let this be.
But you know, but see, let me tell you something. If there's a Wells Fargo out there or in Bank of America that do want to invest $150,000 at 6 or 7% interest, please,
How what?
6 or 7% interest.
Okay. Okay.
Yellow, why you say like that, Yellow? Is that's
high interest rate? But cool.
That's high?
Yeah.
Okay.
High interest rate. Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, because I'm hearing all your hustles, man. You've been hustling for a while.
Yeah, I've been hustling for a minute.
And you've had your hand in a whole lot of different business ventures, and I know it's kind of may sound stereotypical because a lot of people talk about Jamaicans and Caribbeans and how they have a million jobs and all this kind of stuff. And I want to know, is it a stereotype though? Like, do you got it? I mean, I believe it.
No, I'm not kidding. Just kidding. Nah, like I was saying before, it's I'm not even going to say it's a stereotype. It's the fact, like, when you're not used to having, then you grind harder to get. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then once you start getting it, then you have, your hunger to get more of it.
Keep going, yeah.
I've never really had an actual job for like more than 3-4 years.
Wow.
Because from the gate, my work ethics would not allow me to do that. But to any, if that's you.
Right.
You see what I'm
I
saying?
tell people, you gotta do what's good for you. I know people who have great lives, good finances, who working for people.
Right.
They're just not what's good for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a playmaker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm all LeBron on the fast break. Or, you know what I'm saying? Some people are Steph, you got to get in the corner, receive the ball, and shoot. Ain't that wrong with it? I feel like people get mad when you say, like, work it ain't for me.
Right.
They get offended. Bro, work it ain't for me. Just like skinny girls ain't for me either.
You always throwing that shit out.
You ain't skinny. I'm sorry to tell you
I'm
that.
thick.
I ain't say that. Yeah, but I'm just saying, go ahead, though, my bad.
I was listening to this podcast coming in here. I was showing it to you with Jay-Z, and one of the things that he was saying was when he was coming up, his uncle told him that he would never sell 1 million records. And he was like, man, I done sold 1 million records 1 million times. And it wasn't that his uncle didn't love him or not, or didn't believe in him. But a lot of times you have to make sure that these people do not hold you back by their own insecurity. You see what I'm saying? Now, because you couldn't do it, that doesn't mean I can't do it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The fact that you can't do it is going to make me do it even more. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when they told me, like, black man ain't supposed to really want a liquor store. Oh, really? Okay. All right, that's the extra push I've been waiting on. You know what I mean? I've been waiting on somebody to tell me that. You know what I mean? Like, you're the minority. You're not supposed to be on the liquor store. That's why the bank don't give you the loan. Okay, cool.
And I'm being honest, like when I realized, like when I found out that the store was black owned, I was surprised because you don't see it often. Yeah. So I mean, congrats, kudos to you on that. How many years have you?
15.
15. Wow. So not only did you prove them wrong by being a black liquor store owner,
and I want to say
you're
this.
successful. You've been going.
I want to say this. I want to say this. I mean, cut y'all off, but there's a difference between somebody like Yella owning a business in our community and somebody, because Yella is a part of our community. Like everybody from around where we from, they know him personally. He know faces, and it's a level of respect that he gives us in our community that we don't get when we go fuck with the others. I'm gonna say it, no disrespect, and I think that's why his business. That's why you've been around. That's why his business flourished, because people are very, very loyal to US1 liquor store. Yeah.
So the thing is, most people on the block, I knew, like I didn't know Biggz like long time ago.
I'm sorry about it.
I'm sorry.
I'm a great guy to know. She's sorry. She just, you know what I'm saying. But get what though? I ain't gonna call out on the air, but I'm gonna tell her. But she called me too, 6-7 times a day, talking about shit. Nothing.
Cause you like my men Big. I feel like he like my twin soul. Our birthdays are like near each other, so he stressed me out. But he a good person.
I'm sorry about that.
Yo, I'm a what? I'm a good what? I'm a good what? Where my boy? I'm a good what?
I ain't repeating that shit.
Yeah. But I mean, being on the block for 15 years, I pretty much know everybody.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because think about the person who is 21 now buying alcohol. I knew you when you were 6.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Wow. That's crazy.
And he have given other people who come with her, because you gave my boy shout out to the Ben Jerk Chicken in Atlanta, my boy Willie Jerk.
Willie's Jerk.
Willie Jerk. Let's get in there. Willie Jerk. He gave Willie opportunity. That's why I love y'all community. Like he gave Willie a chance to set us shop, and we were like, man. All Willie said, all you gotta do is taste it. That's he say, man. He said, Big O tell you, man, it's good, man. I was like, but it was fire. The best jerk in the world. Then I seen old boy doing the car wash, so he always give people around him opportunity. And so for niggas like me who sit, I say, you know what? That's a solid ass nigga. Like home really about us. He not really about himself, and that's how you win the game. You gotta be the person that you gotta be some type of salesperson to win, but you gotta bring people. You gotta be a person that don't really spread your arms out sometimes and push people forward.
Right.
See, when it comes on to being selfish, you have to temporarily be selfish. Temporarily.
I
right?
get that.
Temporary.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you need to be a selfish person.
In
I'm
order
just
to
saying
get started.
temporarily.
Yeah.
I mean, even when you're flying on the plane and they tell you if the oxygen mask should come down, put yours on first.
Right.
That doesn't mean that you're selfish. That just means I have to make sure I'm
good before I can help
before
you.
I could look out for you. You see what I'm saying?
I'm talking about he dropping all kind of jewels on y'all.
As long as the selfishness is very, very temporary, you see what I'm saying? Then you're good. Like I was saying, I've been on the block for 15 years. I came on the block. Everybody in the block that I messed with now was young. I was younger too. You see what I'm saying? So it wasn't typical. You know, it wasn't. I remember I went in another liquor store somewhere. One of my salesmen sent me over there, and I walked in and I introduced myself. And when I did that, it's like everybody stopped and turned around, and it was like, "That's you." I said, "Yeah, that's me." Took his phone out, went in the back, and I see him making a phone call. I know you went to verify who I am because you're not expecting
me to come over here and shop with you.
Right. You're not expecting me to come in. You know what I mean? I was on my way somewhere. I needed a bottle. I'm like, okay, you know, let me just go. You know, do that. You know what I mean? And I rarely tell people who I am. Like, I don't, you know. But, you know, sometimes just to see how they react. Because, like I said, a black man owning a liquor store is not, it's not typical.
Right.
You know, you don't see that in every corner.
Do you know, I'm sorry to cut you off, but do you know of any other black-owned liquor stores, like any other black
I
owners?
know one, a very good friend of mine. He's right there in Snapfinger.
Okay.
Kurt. His name is Kurt.
Which one? Snapfinger?
Yeah, VIP.
VIP. Too.
In that plaza?
No, well, no, Kurt is right here, right down here. Right down there. Right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, over. Okay, over there by Andy's.
Before you go to Bronzeville.
Yeah. Okay, by Andy. Okay, yeah.
Right inside.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I forgot. Yeah.
It's another one. I'm thinking on Snapfinger in the Chevron Plaza though. The other
that's
one,
Alex, my homeboy. Alex.
Okay. Okay.
That's my dude. But you don't find too much of us.
Right.
You know, and I remember back in the. But you see, the problem with us, we don't know how to pool our resources. We don't know how to do that. You know what I mean? Because I want to have more than what you got.
Right.
You know, and coming up with not having anything, you know, we have to share.
Right.
So we knew, like, you know what I mean? We can't be selfish.
Right.
You know what I mean? Outside of me saying you have to be temporary selfish, that you have to be.
Right.
But outside of that, you know, generally speaking, you cannot be selfish. You know what I mean? And you have to pretty much, if you give people a chance, you know, either they make it or they don't. It's not costing you anything.
Right.
But if they win,
you winning.
You win.
We winning.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And there is nothing better than having a group of people that you surround yourself with that are winners. I mean, whoever get to the bar first pay the tab.
I love the fact that you are staying in the community too. I think that's awesome because a lot of times we can get businesses or start businesses. Most of the time, a lot of times we don't do it in our community, but even when we do it in our community, once we start to flourish and the business, and it's kind of like you.
It's crazy because I get these crazy offers every single day. Like every day somebody will come in the store and make me a crazy offer. You know what I mean? And there's a couple of reasons why I wouldn't sell. Like, first of all, why would you want to sell a successful business?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not like you're dying or you're sick or
Right.
you're old or you need to retire. You know? So I wouldn't sell my business for that. That's one. Two, I pretty much grew up on Wesley Chapel since I've been in Georgia.
Wow.
Right? And most of these dudes down here that's going to be short, 50 cent. Most of these ladies down here that needs a little help paying that gas bill this month. These other people ain't going to do it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
So you do that too? Okay, Yellow.
I do that too.
Okay.
Yeah, I do that too.
So you sound like a pillar in the community.
Yeah. But and then so you know you can't just get the bag and run to the hill. It's not going. That's not
right. But a lot of people do.
Much is required.
I always say that.
Yes, but a lot of people, like sometimes people do.
We know crowd
lose their way.
Yeah,
lose their way.
That's what it is. Okay.
You know what I mean?
But for the most part, I know Yellow know we know each other for real, so we know a lot of successful people from over in that area, and the ones who weren't as giving as others have migrated to the side of where everyone gives, because if everybody around you is giving, then you look like the asshole, And you don't want to be the nigga like he a crab. You don't want that label because you like, damn, you like, bro, you don't really who you helping. Like that make people turn on you.
But I think that is so, and that's even better though to hear that it's guys like that stick together and encourage and motivate the crabs. You know what I'm saying, to be better and do better.
Because there have been situations where people have died. You know what I'm saying? Everybody go around to all the successful people in the community. You know what I'm saying? The people don't got buried. Like Bill, like all, you know what I'm saying? So it'd be like, that's when it be like, okay, like this a real community. Like that's what I'm saying. The Chap, I'm from Glenwood. The Chap, that area right there is you know what I'm saying? Is a very special part of my life. You know what I'm saying? And I hold that dear. That's why I had the utmost respect for him. You know what I'm saying? The people at that store, not just him and his whole staff there are A1 folks too. A lot of times you can have a staff and they be some fuck niggas, but for the most part, his staff is always been A1, treat people with utmost respect. They really have no issue.
I mean, but the leader, anytime I feel like leadership has a lot to do with how successful and how everybody follows suit.
I consider myself a good leader. What's wrong with you?
Shit, I am a reflection of my leader. So if y'all see something wrong,
she's looking angelic today. That mean I'm looking godly.
This is God and my mama and dad. This ain't got shit to do with Big. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I mean, if you stay true to yourself, you will. Everything else will just follow you. Like I said, I get a crazy offer every day. But before I sell my store to other people, I'd rather lower the price and sell it to a brother.
Look at that.
And this is something that I say every day. You see what I'm saying? Because once they're in, that's it. They ain't letting nobody else in.
Yeah, Yella, that's why you so blessed, man. You're a good dude. Like that's awesome. You don't get that too often.
I try to be a good person.
I was gonna ask you, like, out of all the places you've lived, which one was your favorite? But clearly, we see.
I feel safe on West Chapel Road anytime that I do in Perimeter and Buckhead and wherever it is.
Okay.
Right? Because I spend so much time there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And you treat people right, so they're going to treat you.
Yeah, but I'm not going to tell you it's 100% love. You got a few people here or there, you know what I mean? That's not going to like what you're doing, whether you're doing the right thing or not.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Haters.
Right. You know what I mean? But, they have to fulfill the whole prophecy.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they play a part.
Right.
But if you
I'm talking about deep.
Yeah, hey, but I mean, if you move forward with just being a good person, I asked somebody the other day, and I said, straight up, I said, what's the first part of the puzzle to a successful business? And everybody had their ideas, and everybody's saying you gotta have the right product, and everybody's saying you got the right price, and everybody said, and I said, I don't care what you got, if you fucked up individual,
yes, that's the
it's
most.
not gonna go anywhere. So the first piece of the puzzle to any successful business is you have to be a good individual.
Yes.
Integrity.
I say that all the time.
Integrity.
Yes.
You have to be a good individual. I don't care what you guys selling because somebody's selling something with an attitude is shitty. I'm not going down there.
Right. Yeah.
They could keep that.
One thing, I gotta, throw my little hood words in here. One thing you can't never get back is your fake card. Once you go fuck nigga, that's it, bro. You can't go fuck nigga and slide back. There's always somebody gonna look at you like a fuck nigga. But if you always keep it solid, keep it locked in, be a man of integrity, you'll be like your abundance and blessings will be.
I want to beg to differ with that big. Cause that's like saying you can't be, for one, the first one, that's like saying the person can't be forgiven. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can be a fuck nigga, but
can I ask you a question?
But you
have you ever forgiven a fuck nigga?
Yes, I forgive because I want to be forgiven. I ain't been perfect my whole life. You know what I'm saying? I might not have been quote unquote a fuck nigga with but somebody could think that I'm a fuck nigga.
Did you forgive the fuck nigga, or do you accept that they did that and you moved on from that incident?
I forgive and then I let it go.
So every time you see that person, that's not the first thing you think about.
How many times I done told you before that I don't got no beef with nobody?
I ain't said no beef. I said when you see them, is that not the first thing you think about now?
I can't think of nobody that I got. I can't. Listen, I just feel like
different scroll for different folks.
And
I wasn't talking to your audience. I was talking to 99.8% of the rest of the world.
But like Yella just said, I feel like a fuck nigga can be forgiven if they change their ways, but I also feel like what he just said, you can be a good dude, you can be a wholesome motherfucker, ain't don't do nobody wrong, but you still gonna have haters out here who want to say you a fuck nigga for whatever reason in their head. You see what I'm saying?
That don't mean, no, we talking about you've been stamped a fuck nigga. We not talking about somebody calling you one.
No.
Cause anytime you tell a nigga no, you's a fuck nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's not like, you know, but a lot of times they be like, hey, bro, I can't do it. Oh, nigga, you like, hold on, my nigga. Bro.
So
I can do that, but I ain't got to
come back from being a fuck nigga.
Well, that's very, very relative. That's too wide of a question to be answered. You see what I'm saying? I mean, when you forgive the dude who burned the house down with your kids and your mama in it, it's different from the dude who set the lawn on fire and then you put it out.
And
you see what I'm saying?
So you saying that?
So you got to narrow that down a little bit and not just make this a whole. You see what I'm saying?
You right. But I mean,
I guess I ain't feel enough.
You right. You know what I'm saying?
Enough.
You don't have the muscles of the accent. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got the accent and the muscles. It's the accent and the muscles. You know, he ain't got it. But no, I get it. Even though, I mean, everybody should be forgiven, but I get what you're saying, and it's easy for me to say that because I haven't probably experienced like something real, somebody doing something like really bad.
And then your whole perspective on the whole situation.
So I'm not gonna
totally different.
Not gonna speak prematurely. You don't need to forgive me, big. I brought sunshine to your world.
Listen, I've been knowing.
Put them on down.
Like I've been knowing Biggz for
What
a
kind of
bit.
deodorant you got deodorant?
I got the. You can see the little white crumbs on my.
You ain't supposed to see the white up on your own. That's how you know.
Well,
Anyway, go ahead, OG.
What that mean?
You not supposed to see that white on a woman arm.
You can't.
That means it's Harry Carey up under there.
No, it just means
It's Harry Carey. Men like women on the arms.
My underarms are shaved.
Men like on the arms and the bottom bald. We like them bald. We don't like it with no. We don't like that. So you need to go fix that.
My shit smooth. I sprayed it on.
Man, what you doing? Flicking that shit over here, man. OG, what you was saying?
I'm sorry, Yellow.
I've been knowing Biggz for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is not just I see him in the street or whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's been years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we still communicating. There has to be a level of mutual respect for just pretty much anybody you meet.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of people is not going to give that back. But when they don't, then you know how to
how to move.
Right. So you saying you do talk to fuck niggas? Is what you saying?
No, I said cut them off. That's what I
No,
said.
you how you been knowing.
Let me explain something to you, baby.
You been knowing.
Let me explain something to you now.
So Yellow, that's I'm joking.
I don't know who you mistake me for.
I'm joking.
She just playing to the audience. They ready to attack.
Yeah.
But one thing about me, you can ask anybody that know me, bro, and fuck nigga will never be the word they use about me. They gonna say homie is 1,000. I ain't a homie, I'm 1,000. Niggas love me for real, and not just cause, and not just cause like I have done anything that was outside of me. Niggas respect me because big I would be big. Like I'm always me, and it's like I'm a respectful nigga. And when you respect is. I put out what I want back. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna come in this man's store yelling and screaming, disrespecting him and his spot, arguing him by his price.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? If I'm on West Chapel, I'm putting another shopper with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, bro, what you want for this?
Do you have that happen? Have y'all? I know you're not in the store all the time, but
Yeah.
you there all the time.
He
Okay, Yellow.
I'm very handsome.
Oh, that little girl, she pulling up on you tomorrow. I'm just letting you know. She gonna pull up on you tomorrow. She gonna pull up on you tomorrow.
Okay.
But no, so do you have that? Like, does that happen often, or sometimes?
I've been in there for 15 years. I've been seeing everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
So what's the funniest thing that has happened?
Man, I'm gonna cut y'all. They got mad at him when the Black and Mild price went up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They told me the Newport was fake.
Yeah.
What? What
Yeah,
happened?
I don't see everything. At one point in time, Newport had changed the labeling. You know what I'm talking about? And they was like, oh, Newport is fake, Yellow. And I'm like, bro, I don't have a Newport shit in the back making Newport. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have a Newport supposed to look like this, Yellow. And I'm like, bro, I can only sell you what they sell me.
Right.
Right? And then, 2 months when everybody else inventory depleted, and now you have to replenish that with the new packaging.
Right.
Now you see, understand that what's widely accepted is the norm. You see what I'm
That's
saying?
crazy.
The shit that was taboo like years ago, that was widely accepted, but that's the norm.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Crazy.
But with that said, you gotta be careful what you entertain too. But now that I had crazy shit, I had one dude who came in the store one time, and it was a Friday. We were mad busy, and the dude just got out, just walk in the store, order a blunt. I'm very professional when I'm working, depending on what day of the week it is. You see me, I could be anybody. You see what I'm saying? I got split, but you know?
Okay.
But so he said, "Let me get a blunt." So I was like, "Okay, 99 cents plus tax, that's 106." Right? The dude gave me a quarter, and if you're short,
He gave you a quarter.
if you're short, it's cool. If you don't have it, it's cool. All you gotta do is be like, yo, I'll be back. It's only $1. So I'm saying, I don't know Duke. First of all, first time seeing him.
Right.
But I guess he was a big dude. And
Wait, he came in with a quarter, Yella.
I gave me, and no, hold up. He had money. So I said to him, 106. That nigga looked at me and said, fuck you, this is my hood.
Oh.
I'm like, okay. Now, I have to address this issue not because of what he said to me, but because of what everybody that's in the store is seeing. You see what I'm saying? And I'm like, if I don't stop this right here,
Everybody
right
gonna
now,
think they can come
then
in.
everybody. So I walked outside, and he didn't even leave. He just stand outside talk to a female, and I got outside, and I'm being professional. I said, excuse me, sir. I'm not sure if you heard me on the inside, but I said that blunt was 106.
Oh, he took it?
Yeah.
Cause you go in his store, he give it to you, then he get the money.
Oh, you
Right.
trust? Okay.
Yeah, cause that's how, you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude looked at me like he sized me up, and he was like,
Wait, so he took the blunt
yeah.
for a quarter and had the audacity to stand on the curb.
We talking about niggas now. Niggas.
Didn't
But
he
he
leave?
said it's his hood. So
Wow.
I've been on the block 15 years. My first time seeing him.
Wow.
So he looked me up and down, sized me up, and he was like, nigga, fuck you, I'm paying for shit, it's my hood. So I said, you're committed to that. I'm still being professional. I said, are you committed to that? I just want to know that you're committed to that. He went back to talking to the female that he was there with. I said, okay, cool. This is when I took my US 1 shirt off and all that shit. I got this trap.
Okay, Yella.
Beat homeboy almost to fucking death. All because it wasn't about the money.
It's the principle.
And because I'm like, and somebody said to me, boy, yo, you over. It was me and Willie started doing this shit too. He was like, yo, you overreacted. It was only, I said, nah, I don't save his life or I don't save my life. Because now today's a blunt, then tomorrow's going to come in and walk up with a bottle. And not knowing the mood that I'm in.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm like, having a fucked up day. You come in, take a bottle, I shoot you. I did not want it. But that's just, at the time,
Right.
you don't know what I was going through.
Yeah.
So when he was there laying on the ground, passed out, whatever it is, them niggas went in his pocket. Them nigga had this money this big.
And didn't want to pay for the blunt.
He had a gun in his pocket this big. They didn't want to pay for the blunt. So the thing is,
so wait, did they take his?
Yeah. I think so. I don't know who they are.
That nigga
There was
done.
a-
He done lost his whole. He done lost the whole
One thing my
check
daddy
because he didn't
told
want to
me.
pay $1. Look
One thing my dad
look
told
at
me.
that. That's a
My
fuck
daddy
nigga.
said
That was a fuck
long time
nigga.
ago, he said, son, when it's your house, you stand on that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Anybody come in your house, they gotta respect you.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck how big they is, how wide they is. They come to your money. He said, what happened in the street? Niggas see you out in the street, slap the fuck out your cool. But if you come to my house with that shit, you gotta be ready to kill me, homie.
Yeah.
That's one thing. And how laid back you is, I'm laid back like that too. But you don't disrespect me in front of, you don't do that. We keep it G, we keep it a little more respectful. But if T.I. said something also, if you violate, we demonstrate. And that's what I don't like about niggas. That's what I don't like about niggas. A nigga will try you.
I ain't mad at you, but I ain't know you. Okay.
I didn't know this for real. Ask this man about me.
Okay.
Let me tell y'all something. When people, something I be trying to tell you, y'all, like, I know real, like, anyway. But you know what I was saying, like T.I. said, you violate, we demonstrate. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't want to go there. I don't never want to go there. And I know Yellow probably feel bad for whooping that man ass because it got him out of character. You know what I'm saying? And nigga, all he had to do be like, look, home, I got but a quarter, bro. Even if Yellow know you got the money, he gonna be like, hey man, go on, get out of my store, bro. That shit. It would have been cool, but it's disrespect.
Yep.
Yeah. He was
Like, you ain't gonna come up because guess what? And by him doing that,
ain't nobody watching.
They say live,
like
bro.
that no more.
No, listen, like I said, I grew up in Chicago, so the stuff that I saw when I got here, and I was like, what? Is this okay? Like I said earlier, be careful what you entertain because
Right.
it become, you normalize some bullshit.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And when I came here from Chicago, I was like, okay, so this is what they do here. I was in a club on Memorial Drive one time, and everybody get to fighting in the club. And then the club got shut down.
All the little Caribbean clubs.
This was some Little Johnny East Side boys. All this, it wasn't.
you just get crunk rowdy in the
Yeah,
club,
East
throwing
Side
bowls.
Club.
Yeah.
And everybody got outside, and everybody sitting around talking. And I just got here from Chicago, and I'm like, everybody really around this bitch talking? Because that's not what we do
Right.
in Chicago.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
You get to fight in
When
club,
we get
nigga.
outside.
Yeah.
No, I want to play something. That was back then. Cause now these niggas
it's
shoot in the
crazy.
club, on the sprayway, in the
Anywhere.
stove, goddamn out the stove, at your house, in your driveway, in the mall, in goddamn Lennox, goddamn in the fast food place, in the goddamn drive-thru.
Nothing against these Chicago folks, but I'm saying I feel like that's because a lot of people done moved down here, so they
We didn't do
shooting
that.
everywhere.
We did not do that.
They do that.
No, we didn't do none of that. But you see, the thing is, you got to be careful of initially what you entertain.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't wrestle. I don't do none of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's people like playful wrestling, all that little dumb shit for kids. I don't do none of that. I never did when I was a kid. I don't do that because this is how you pretty much trying to
Size me up.
and express your
Right.
dominance. I'm an alpha male, so anyway you take it. If I'm pulling out the parking lot, you pulling out the parking lot. Your car's in the dark, mine's in the dark. I don't see who's in your car. You don't see who's in mine.
Right.
You wait. I'm pulling out first.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because it's just me expressing who I am.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And you ain't even got to know I'm in the car. You just got to know, okay, that nigga's a fucking boss or some shit. Because I'm just going to pull out. If there ain't no stop sign there, I'm pulling straight out. And you got to stop. And it's not being rowdy with a woo. It's just, that's just who I am.
I'm that motherfucker.
Okay, yeah.
And you gonna
That's how
respect
I was
me?
raised.
Okay,
You
Yellow.
see what I'm saying? That's how I was raised. I was raised to be that. I was raised to be a businessman. I was raised to be a very good person at heart.
Right.
But you still have to be careful of what you entertain.
Right. Right.
You have these people,
Right.
as soon as they try you a little bit, and then they try you some more, and then okay, then it's so normal now. Like I said before, be careful of what you normalize.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Be careful of you treat people and let them know how to disrespect you. Like, I'm gonna kill that shit from the gate.
And I think that
smell it,
applies to every
you get away
area of
from it.
life, though. You got to be careful of what you entertain, you know, because it's
Yeah.
like anything you entertain, you're welcoming into
But you see,
your
you gotta
world.
understand that sometimes when people approach you with shit, it's not what you entertain. It's because it's dressed up, and the disrespect is nicely packaged. You see what I'm saying?
You gotta be willing to peep the movie.
Right. Yeah, it's nicely packaged and handed to you, but you really don't know what's in there until you open them up.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So
And
you just
then,
gotta be careful.
like, life is actually a chessboard. So it's like, today you might caught me on a bad day. Tomorrow, I might just move my rook or move my boom, boom, boom and eliminate you. And like, a lot of times, like, you may not even say nothing to the nigga, but you peep the play. But by the time he look around, like, he completely out the mix. And he like, oh, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't really no conversation. I'm not big on having useless ass conversations with people.
Right.
That's just more of my pet peeve because you know the fuck shit you did. I know the fuck shit you did. We just gonna go on and move on from this shit and keep it moving. Cause like entertaining shit, then I feel like I'm a duck. You know what I'm saying?
But if you take time to peel the onion back, right, and you find out that if you just have a simple conversation, you're gonna find out that you have more in common with people than you don't, right? One thing, even when I'm on my page, one thing I try to do is, I try to blend culture together.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? You want to bridge the gap.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because if you take time, you have a conversation. Listen, I was at a party Sunday, and it was like 5-6 of us standing there, and we started talking, and I'm like, damn, I didn't know you own this spot, and oh, you own over there, right? And you own right there, and we all run the same circle, but we just never connect them dots, right? Now you own a nightclub, and you own a restaurant, and I own a liquor store. That's a perfect example for how we can come up. I'm gonna sell you the liquor, you're gonna sell the food, and we all gonna come up. You know, if it's not ready, done, and handed to you, right? Like one thing I noticed with mostly our people, if it's not already prepared, I will. Three of us sitting here. I have a glass of water. You got some sugar, and you got lemon. But we're sitting here. We got lemonade.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? We got lemonade, but ain't nobody mixing that shit up because
everybody keeping their shit to themselves.
I got this fuck ass water. I got this fuck ass
and then that's a trust. You don't trust people. I don't want you to.
See, that's why I started out to wear J Media. Because I wanted, you say, the blend of culture. I wanted people to see when people who come together, how powerful we can be. Because we didn't have a voice on a media platform that spoke and talked like us in a real way. I'm not talking about that old shiny, polished shit. I'm talking about the everyday people. The people who you gonna see at your store. The people you gonna see in Walmart. The people who, you know what I'm saying, we needed a voice. I know it's all laughs and fun and games, but we also a voice for the community, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I want the guys, you know what I'm saying, the little guys who rapping, hey, I'll sit down and I give them an interview. I want to show the man I believe in, and I'm never too big, you know what I'm saying, for you, you know, because I was you. You know, I had a dream. You know what I'm saying? And I always believe that you always have to give hope to the dreamers. You know what I'm saying? The little boys that play football. You know what I'm saying? When, you know, I do a lot of shit behind the scene they don't even know. Like, little coach called me and say, hey man, you know, we need some cleats for the team, man, but like 400 bid. I just go and send it over. Man, I don't need all that shit. I just do it because I want the kids to, because I remember when I ain't had no cleats. You know what I'm saying? You feel it? I remember, you know what I'm saying, when my dad, I seen my dad to bust his ass every day. And I was like, damn, home can't. He can't get a bowl of water. You know what I'm saying? I said, I don't know what he doing wrong. I know I'm not gonna do that. So all the years that I suffer, cause like, you know, I suffered for years. You know what I'm saying? Learning and figuring it out. So I can't never look down on a nigga that's trying to figure it out. Now I may not can be around you and fuck with you because your energy is kind of might be absorbing and sucking too much life out of me. But I respect it now. I'm here for you. But my nigga, the best thing you do for a man, let a man figure that shit out and give him a little game. You know what I'm saying? But the winners take the game and do something with it. The losers make excuses.
You have to blend the culture and create platforms. And if not for nothing, I always try to empower people. Because when that person is powerful, then you look at me any day. You see what I'm saying? But then you don't know what path you're taking. So I could always, you know, I may stumble. I might need somebody to lift me up. So I'm gonna have to make sure I empower you. So if I need to fall, I'm gonna fall back on you. You know, if I play my cards right, I never want to fall back on you.
I'm talking about.
But one thing I always say is, like, if you're gonna, like, people that I do stuff for, it's like you said, you know what I mean? It doesn't need to be highlighted. You don't need a fanfare. You don't need to be Facebook Live. You don't need none of that, because that's not what you're doing it for. You see what I'm saying? That's not what you're doing it for. But if that person looking to themselves, they will pass that on. Every morning I drink coffee every morning, and every morning I go buy a cup of coffee, and every morning I always pay for somebody coffee behind me. It's only like $2-3 for 2 cups of coffee. And the girl said to me, why are you paying for people coffee every day? And I said, well, if I could change the world one cup of coffee at a time, I'm good.
Yella, if you don't say that, man, because you pass it down. That's passing it down.
But honestly, it's only $1.50.
I ain't never got a motherfucking high five out of you.
What I tell you? I told you it's all he get
Listen, it's $1.50. You're not looking for song and praise. I went to Saks, right? And this lady in there, she's helping me. And she was like, where do I know you from? I said, I don't know. You know, everybody knows me. Like, everybody knows me. So she was like, no, I know you from somewhere. She went in the back, she doing what she doing. She came back out. She went in the back, she came back out. She was like, no, I remember. I'm like, okay, where? She said, you were the guy who kept paying for my coffee in the morning time.
Oh, wow.
I said, for real? She said, yeah. She said, you don't know that? I said, no.
Dang.
Because I'm not even looking at who I'm paying for the coffee for.
She probably be coming in right when you come in. Like, I want to be behind him. He's going to pay for my coffee.
It's a coincidence. I really don't care. I'm not looking who get paid for coffee. You know what I'm saying? If I leave $5, I say, yo, pay for whoever coffee's coming behind me. You know what I mean? But when you do stuff like that, and like you said, I mean, you know, just to bring everything full circle, it's like when you create a platform, when you create a podium like this, when you create a voice, right? You have to let people can relate to you. You see what I'm saying? People look at you, they have the same struggle. You know what I mean?
Right,
they
right.
can relate to you.
Right.
One of the reasons why when I got in the business, I was like, I'm in the liquor store business, right? And I hopefully, you know, people can look at me and be like, okay, I can get in the liquor store business.
Right.
Because a lot of these businesses that you see, you fail from the gate by telling yourself, that's not me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, how many of us in this room right now are saying, right, I want to own a McDonald's?
Yeah, I do actually. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you see, it's
You
not
can.
widely, you know,
Right,
selective
right, right,
few.
Right.
How many of us sitting in here saying, yo, we need to own a construction company?
You need actually 1.5 million to get a McDonald's.
Right? But you see, how many people even know that?
You
They
right.
don't, because even from before they go research that, they're telling
They
themselves
said that we can't. It's not possible.
we can't. It's not possible. Why? Because you don't know anybody off the chat that owns a McDonald's.
You're right.
You didn't grow up with anybody in the neighborhood that owns a McDonald's, owns a QT, or owns an IHOP. You understand what I'm saying? It's very, very few people that you know growing up that really owns anything of substance.
That's why it's called a 1%ers.
Yeah. You know, it's very, very few people. So now, when I got in the business, I'm like, okay, I'm in the business. I must stay in the business just to let niggas know that they could get in the business.
Right.
And I always tell people, you want to open a liquor store, come ask me. I will come and sit in there with you for 3-4 months, walk you through it, because you're not a competition of me.
Yola, you
I don't
know,
care if you're
you
right
know
next to
what?
me.
The Lord gonna bless you forever and
I'm
ever and
blessed.
ever and
That
ever,
man
and you
blessed.
gonna. I know, but He gonna continue to bless you because
I'm
it's,
telling you, man. I seen it. Now, you know. You don't hear me. Like, I don't be around celebrity niggas. You don't see me with niggas. You know what I'm saying? And I don't give niggas respect that don't deserve it. Anybody know me? He know that.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Cause I ain't been no duck since he know me. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave it like that. But every time I see him accomplish something, I shoot you a tell out. I see what you're doing, OG boy. I respect that. I see you.
Yeah.
Just let him know, like my nigga, I could never be a hater. Cause I'm watching you. That motivate me.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna put his business on the air, but he know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I watch it and I see him. I was like, damn, OG boy, I like what you're doing, my
Yeah.
nigga. You know what I'm saying? The reason why, because we gotta stop hating on each other, man.
yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And I mean, even like you say, the whole coffee example, I feel like that's so important because, and I know we were talking about that on the show before when we were saying, like, you know, a lot of times we look at it like I can't make a difference just with it just being me by myself.
Right.
But yes, you can, because it's that each one teach one. If I do it for you, hopefully you gonna do it for somebody else, and it's gonna keep passing down. So I think it's like I think anybody watching this show, if y'all ain't learned a whole lot from this interview, you know, you need to roll that shit back and play it again, because you dropped a lot of jewels.
I told Biggz when he texted me, I said, yo, bro, listen, I got what I said to you.
Yeah.
I got the game for free.
Yeah, for free. Yeah.
Because the one phrase that I hate is, oh, I'm self-made. No, you're not.
No, you're not. It take a team.
You didn't invent the wheel, bro. Come on.
It take a team.
You know what I mean? Yo, I'm self-made. You're not self-made. I don't care if you look at me like one dude when I first started, and I can't forget, I never had Red Bull in the fucking store, and he kept on saying, yo, why every time I come here you ain't got no Red Bull, you know? And this was years ago. So it means a lot to me because 15 years later I still remember the story. And he kept on saying, why every time I come in the store you ain't got no Red Bull? Why every time I come in the store you ain't got no Red Bull? Okay, now I'll make sure my ass get up and go get Red Bull every time. Right? So anytime my story is being told, he has a section in it. Just to let you know, self-made I'm not. I could never be.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I don't care how small it is. It doesn't have to be a financial nigga walk up to you and get 100 grand and say do something.
Right.
You know, the fact that I say to you, you know what, you need to carry Red Bull. That by itself, I mean, I knew I need to carry Red Bull. But him reinforcing that in the back of my head every time he comes in the store, you know what I mean? He plays a small role in where I'm going to.
Right.
You know? And the stuff that I do, to be honest with you, is I don't highlight stuff. You know? I don't want the praises for stuff. You know what I mean? I don't do that. But I feel like if we could blend this culture together, we have a far way to go.
It was a conversation I was having with my son and yesterday, and I was talking about like what real power is, and like, see, what he talking about is real power. When you blend these cultures together, and we come together, we got McDonald's, we got QT. So when we sit down at that motherfucking table, they respect you. They take you serious. 'Cause one thing about the powers to be, when they sit across from you, they open up a folder like they did me at the bank. They know everything about you. Right? it ain't fair, but it is what it is. When they open up that phone, they be like, oh, damn, okay. Oh, so how can I? It's a so. You know what I'm saying? That's what I scream. That's what when I leave this earth, I want my kids to know and my family to know that when I left this earth, man, I put them in a position that I didn't have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like my kids, I want my kids to be my kids gonna be business owners. They gonna be successful. We gonna have opportunities because I didn't have that coming up. You know what I'm saying? And I want to change the generational curse on my family. You know what I'm saying? I want to create generational wealth for my family. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean I think I'm better than nobody. Yeah. I'm just saying that if my family get it, and your family got it, then I mean that's two more. Then you know what I'm saying, come along for you know it, 20 families, 50 families, 100 families. Now the pendulum starts to shift and we get some balance. All they're missing in America is balance. If the pendulum is too far up, we need to get some more balance. And if everybody really get focused on what the real issue is, and we need to level the playing field, then all this stuff we going through, it won't be no police brutality. You wanna know why? Because we gotta say so at the table. You see what I'm saying? Because guess who? We got a voice. You see what I'm saying? Because we got stadiums too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You feel me?
We gotta balance that.
We gotta balance that. We ain't got no black NFL. We ain't got no black NFL owners. You wanna know why? That's the most powerful thing in America can own. And they keep that away from us. We got a couple NBAs. You know what I'm saying? One baseball. Slowly. You know what I'm saying? Slowly. Yeah. But we need to take that money and buy some tangible assets.
Yeah. Right.
You know, so I make it distracted because I want these kids to know that there are positive black men out here who came up from nothing. You know what I'm saying? Who went from selling bootleg CDs and movies to being a successful entrepreneur to
being a pillar in the community.
The man finna build his own neighborhood, man.
Wait a minute.
Man finna build a fucking neighborhood.
Wait a minute, you ain't tell us about that.
This, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna just leave like the man finna build his own. We're gonna move on. The man building his own motherfucking neighborhood, man. And I want to tell you that.
So will it be on this side?
We're gonna leave that.
We're gonna leave it. We'll come back to that. You're gonna come back to the show once that. Oh no.
We're not gonna speak.
No, we ain't gonna talk about that. See,
off camera.
Move in silence. Move in silence. That's another. And the reason why, another jewel y'all gotta learn. Move in silence.
The reason why you don't want the people to know because if they find out that a black man own it, you know how they gonna act.
That's crazy.
They gonna try to devalue it. So when you man behind the silence, you behind the curtain and get what they go. Oh, that's so nice. Don't even know.
Yeah.
My boy owned it. So that's what I want. That's what I want, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool.
That's what I want y'all to see, man. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be groupies and chicken heads that try to come in and intercept you. But you gotta stay focused, young man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know it's tough and hard being a black man. But one thing I know, if you wake up every day with a purpose and you bust your ass at it, you'll move. You'll progress. You know what I'm saying? Listen, your partner might be riding Mercedes today, but if you bust your ass and you work your ass, see with me, I remember one time, you know, my wife, she wanted an Acura MDX, right? And she was like, I want this job. I was like, yeah. I was like, I said, I don't want to be. She was like, nigga. But I remember having an opportunity, just me having an opportunity to be able to put my wife in that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't shit, but just for me having like, I can really do this. Right. I can really do that. You know what I'm saying? Like that gives you a sense of purpose that I wish that everybody could have. Right. For you to be able to do and go and do whatever you want to do. And you know what I'm saying? And they're not, and you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's a sense that I wish that all my friends could have. It's not even about money all the time. It's about a sense of purpose. It's about where you can look down the barrel and know that, hey man, don't give a fuck what you say and what you do. Nothing can stop me from getting over there. You know what I'm saying? It was many times when I'm having a bad day, I ride by the liquor store, I see one of his accomplishments. I hit the phone like, damn, OG, I see what you move. I see how you moving. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that made me goddamn straight up, sit up in the seat and go do what I need to do to, you know what I'm saying? To guess what? That was for 15 years. He was a business owner. Now we business owners. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just because it was men like him that I was watching, like I could do that. I could do that. I could do that. And when I got encouraging myself saying, you know what, now I could do that. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think I appreciate you coming sitting down, man. This one on my bucket list because it's rare you get to see somebody who you watch. Because I watched you.
Right.
I watched you progress. And I hope you see me progress to where now I'm a business owner. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, for me, you just sit down. This is like, it's good for me. Because I want people to see that y'all know it for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We used Biggz know, like I said, I've been known Biggz for a while. There was a time when I was living close by west of the store. And there was a time, Biggz don't even know this, there was a time when I had to walk from my house to the store because I didn't have a car yet. My car was stolen and I couldn't afford to buy one. There was a time when you walk in the store, you see all these bottles we're looking up here? That's what my store was looking.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Am I lying on?
No.
Am I lying on? You know.
Wow.
There was a time when I had the bottles. I had to put a whole bunch of little paraphernalia stuff out. That's,
Just to fill in the blank.
Fill in the blank. You know what I mean? Fill, put a little tent here, put a little poster here,
Right.
to make it look busy because all I had was 10 bottles.
Wow.
I had a time when people used to walk in my store and laugh and be like, "Why don't you go and go home?"
Wow.
You know what I mean? But you have to let it. And the reason why I could be such a person to Biggz is because when Biggz met me, I wasn't up. You see what I'm saying? I was struggling.
Right.
So he saw the process.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So when you see the process, it's a lot more relatable.
Yeah. Yeah.
This dude asked me one day about this story. He was like, let me ask you this. So when you were born, right? Were your parents rich? I burst out laughing. I said, what, nigga?
Stop.
What? I remember I had to get to the kitchen first so my grandmother wouldn't forget it. Forget that I didn't eat yet.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because if I get there last, there ain't gonna be nothing food. There ain't no more food. You know what I mean? So rich, nigga, come on, stop playing. But
I don't know what that feel like, my boy.
It's what we didn't have that made we get what we want to get to.
Right.
And because we know what we didn't have, we're not trying to go back once we get it. You see what I'm saying? So the thing I hate about our culture is you work hard for success, and then you have to work twice as hard to conceal the success that you work hard for.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because there's so many people who's not going to be against you. Like, where were you at when I was struggling with my journey? Where were you at when I used to walk to work? You see what I'm saying? When I used to walk to work, when I get to work, I would go in the cooler, I would lock the door and go in the cooler and just sit down because I'd be so hot. You see what I'm saying? From walking about 1.5 miles to work and 1.5 miles may sound very simple, but it's really
That's a lot.
It's a lot,
especially when you own a whole business.
Right.
It's like I'm having to walk.
And I always say, I always be saying, like, I tell my girl, like, if the power at the house, if the bill needs to be paid and the liquor store needs to be paid,
liquor store gotta get it.
The liquor store gotta get it. We going to like
me and my wife, but me and my wife go do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I have to explain to her, listen, the business has to stay running for us to keep going. If the business fail, we fail.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like you want me to think like a worker bee. I'm not a worker bee. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta go. I would say, so what happened? And I think nothing never gonna happen as long as you doing what's right. What's right is you gotta keep going. And as long as you keep swinging at that fence. And I'm gonna get back to them 10 bottles. We just come in and buy them motherfucking bottles. You know what I'm saying? We just come in there. I mean, like, it was like, I just want nigga know, like, nigga, like, it was like, damn, man, like, we was like, damn, home here for stay. They go, we gotta fold.
Yeah.
So, and then he knew about me before I even knew. Like, I didn't even know who he was at first. You know what I'm saying? But I used to go in the store, you know what I'm saying? I always going out, I would come correct shame, man. I keep changing. I'm just the kind of nigga just cause I like supporting black business. Then one day he was like, man, who you here, bro? Like, well, you know, I'm fat. He was like, oh, damn, everybody know, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, give me your number.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? I gave you what I'm saying. Like, I just want to know saying, like, woo woo. Yeah. How we locked in and everything. They always been playing
you one of the
between
people I gotta blame for him having this big ass head and ego.
I got a head and ego. I'm a humble nigga.
What happened is, and what he was saying initially before this conversation is, see, you have to know that the possibility lies. And all these little young dudes in the hood growing up, you got to know that the possibility lies.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
No, you grow up and you're 15, 16, you get a gun. You're the man. And,
Right.
You know what I mean? Come on. I mean, we've been there, done that. And, you know, I mean, I'm the best person to tell you that shit ain't gonna work. Why? Because that used to be me. That ain't gonna work.
Don't get me started on this.
You see what I'm saying? So you have to let them know that the possibility lies. There's a possibility. There's a possibility. There's a
Right.
possibility.
Right.
You know, and you could tell them a million times, but if they see it, now they're starting to believe it.
Right, right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Now they're starting to believe it. We have a whole lot more in common, and even with me being Jamaican, and a whole bunch of my friends are from Virgin Islands, they're from Trinidad. And, you know, most of my friends are from here. Most of my friends are from Chicago, born and raised. Most of them are from West Chapel. And when you have a conversation with them, you realize that the only thing that's different about us is the accent.
What we
Right.
talking- yeah.
Right.
That's the only thing that's different. We all need to be successful. We all, and that's very relative, by the way.
Right.
When I say successful, I don't want nobody misconstrued that for having a big house and a Benz. And
Yeah,
if you want a Corolla, you can be successful. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm not setting the
Right.
president of what successful
Right.
is.
Successful
Just
is
reaching your
peace.
goals.
Right. You know what I mean? That's why it's your piece. You know, but you know, after talking to everybody, then you'll be like, okay, everybody wants the same thing for themselves. Everyone want their kids to grow up, you know, and go to good school, and everyone want their kids
Right.
to grow right, and everybody
Right.
wants to have 3 meals. You know what I mean? So you find out that we all have the same thing in common.
Right.
The only thing that separates us sometimes is the accent.
Well, people used to call me, they be like, man, I need some bottle. I'm like, man, call Yellow. Man,
Yeah.
what you mean? I'm like, I said, bro, look,
Yeah.
bro, you got to talk to the man. And I said, he'll tell you, like, man, I was like, man, call Yellow. They be like,
Yeah.
nah, man, that's what I said, bro, call him, talk to him. Like, he gonna be like, bro, I got to make my money. You know what I'm saying? But we can do this. You feel me? I said, build a relationship with him. I said, he really is a good nigga. You just got to get that relationship with him. And then before you know it, every time we got anything going on, I hear that, OG, I got a party, man. I need to pull up on you. He like, B, tell me what you need. I ain't got to wait in line when I get there.
Yeah.
And he have my boss ready. I know all my partners, that's how we rock with him. When I call him, you know I'm calling him. I'm finna call him Black Nigga because he built that relationship with us when we were jitterbugs. You know what I'm saying? Right. He'll tell you straight up, nah, B, I can't do that. If you see, say, B, you really tripping, man. Like, you need to calm down, bro. Like, I was telling that, but I seen what you doing, man. Don't do that. Don't do that, bro. I'm like, you know, OG, I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying? But he always, if I said, he said, no, he said, B, I can't do it. I got to get this. And I respect it because he always want to keep a G with me. I never feel like he was trying to play me or get over on me or nothing like that. And when you feel that, when it's real, you always going to come back. You know what I'm saying?
We got, so I'm on my Facebook page, right? And we got Rosby on there.
Okay, look, cuz. What's up, look, cuz?
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm pointing him out. There's a lot of people on there, but I'm pointing out Rosby especially. Because Rosby one of them dudes who always pull up.
Okay.
Always be showing love. Always be coming up. Yo, yellow, what. You understand what I'm saying? And if you think about it, the average dude who come to the store right now is 25, 30.
Right.
I've been there 15 years.
Right.
That means you were 15.
Yeah.
You're 21, that means you were 5, 6 years old when
Yeah.
I opened my store up.
It's crazy.
You see what I'm saying? So I watch you grow up.
Right.
Rosby always pull up. I'm always at my store, especially back then. I'm always at my store. Sometimes I would hop on a little bicycle, on a little bike, and I'm riding through the neighborhood.
Yep, I seen you do that. Yep,
Wow.
yep,
You see what I'm saying? I'm riding through the neighborhood. I'm stopping, talking to people in the neighborhood. And this is not just for business. It's just because this is who I am.
Right.
Yeah.
You
That's
see what
awesome.
I'm saying?
That's
This is-
awesome.
See, but like I said, we have a lot more in common than and a lot of people really don't know me. People really like they don't know who I am. Like,
Right.
like really, yeah. You understand what I'm saying? You did it, yeah. You know,
Well, they know you now.
Now, OG, we're going to get you shit everybody want to know about you. This series, of course, we ask everybody come on our show, see if you're a real nigga or not. You know what I'm saying?
Real nigga question.
Yeah. First question is fried chicken or baked chicken?
See, here is a problem with that though, Biggz. You saw when I walked in. No, don't worry.
Who?
You saw me when I walked in.
Yeah.
I can't eat fried food because she's not gonna like the body that this is gonna turn into.
We asked which one
I'm
tastes
gonna
better. You gonna go baked?
Yeah, bro, come on.
You going back?
Yeah, I gotta keep this.
Yeah,
The physique, the muscle
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Baked. Okay, so you don't eat fried chicken never.
I used to. I really do. I don't like fried food. People.
Okay, so baked. I respect that.
Yeah.
Cabbage or collard greens?
I'm Jamaican, Biggz. Come on.
Cabbage.
Cabbage.
Okay.
Because I'm not to the
Cabbage.
fullest, bro. Come on.
Okay. Yams or peach cobbler?
Oh, sure. Yams, easily.
Is yams a dessert?
No.
Thank you. Thank you, Yellow. Thank you.
No,
Thank
It's not.
It's not.
You think that's a dessert?
Yes.
Well, we could see why you think that. Well,
It's all good. I've been living good for a long time.
Oh, I love it. Shots fired.
Like, my goddamn candy. Oh, now, well, damn. So you don't eat hot. We asked about it, but so like, what is your favorite? So you eat wings? That be roasted, right? You don't eat wings at all. You don't eat baked wings now.
Are you healthy?
Yeah, I try to be.
Okay.
Every once in a while, I fall off the wagon, but I get.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'm finna set him up then.
Since you at home, boy, I need you to get big on this healthy.
Niggas who take care of themselves though. Don't get that shit twisted.
Yeah.
Get big on your healthy track, okay?
Oh, so best Jamaican food in the city. Who got the best? Who got the best Jamaican food in the Metro Atlanta? Ooh.
Garden Spice. It's right beside churches, bro.
Oh, that's the one I was at yesterday.
Yeah, bro.
You know what? And I believe this too because another somebody I know, he's from Virgin Island, but he was telling me that wasn't. So if Caribbean people like that one,
that's easy,
must
bro.
be
That's
really
right
good.
beside churches right there.
Gordon
Garden
Spice.
Spice.
I'm gonna push up.
That's where I was at yesterday.
Yeah, I'm gonna push up.
I was gonna get him some, but Big wanted churches.
No, the churches were cheap, but just tell the damn truth. and we was feeding.
It was.
You know, the Jamaicans want their money. We was on a budget. These throw that part of the story around,
You right. He right.
Now, OG, I know you're a champagne connoisseur.
Yeah.
Right? Moet, Bel Air.
That's not even the same conversation.
Right.
Yeah, that's not even the same conversation.
What about Boo?
We only drink Bel Air when we want to chase it with something.
Yeah.
We want to chase it, you know.
Yeah.
That's a chaser. Really.
Yeah.
You know
Okay.
what I mean? Bel Air is to each his own, but it's just, you know. I sell it, so yeah, it's the best.
Yeah. Yeah. So you go on Moet. Yeah. Okay. Moet.
Yes.
Okay.
Is Boo in the same?
Clique. Clique is more of a actually it's more of a uppity champagne.
Is that like compared to Moet?
Clique, that's one with the flowers on the bottle, right?
It sometimes has a yellow label. Yeah.
The only reason I know that is from the restaurant. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know you. Anyway,
it's so crazy because they're made by the same company, by the way.
By Moet, right?
Moet and
Your Shandong, yeah. See, I'm happy you don't, cause she don't really know who she's sitting next to. You know what I'm saying? Cause I don't had all that shit. I don't like none of
But
that.
he just put Bel Air in the same. Bel Air is like what?
No. Hold on now.
$30, $40.
Now he's sitting here. Now he tell you when I come and get a bottle of rosé, I buy Moet. You know what I'm saying?
Shout
He'll
out to
tell you
Rick
that.
Ross, though. Shout out to Rick Ross,
No. I fuck with
Bel
Bel
Air.
Air.
Oh, yeah,
When I'm throwing a party,
Bel Air, yeah.
I mean, I ain't gonna cap it down. I drink Bel Air.
They do Bel Air.
I drink Bel Air.
They do bottles of Bel Air when we do get-togethers at the gym. So I mean,
I ain't too good. I drink bottle. I buy case of Bel Air for you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping on that.
well, I don't really do champagne.
But anybody know Big know what's up. Just like you been around me for these few months, you know I only drink top shelf. You know what I'm saying? Now, so
You always trying to flex with that $4.67 in the bank. That's why you ain't got no money in the bank. That's why you ain't got no money in the bank.
That's only what Covey is. He can tell you about Bank of America.
Bank of America, he ain't got but
Let me tell you
$2.30.
something.
$2.30.
My wife ain't paid. Well, anyway, I've been with my wife 18 years. You know, ain't no black one gonna stay with you for 18 years if she ain't happy. My wife's so happy, all she do is sit at home and complain. Moving right along. Now, now we're gonna get to our last question. We're gonna get you your musical influence, right? We will ask you about hip hop, but we know you. I know you personally. I know you really into the Caribbean culture, right? Who is your favorite Caribbean artist?
Alkaline.
I'm not familiar with him. I thought you were gonna say Butcher Mountain.
No.
What's the song?
Yeah. You go on YouTube, I play.
So
we can't play in the video because they're going
I
on
know,
YouTube.
but you dance and stuff.
He a promoter. He also throw parties too.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't dance? How you Jamaican?
I
You
was
don't
raised
dance?
between New York and Chicago.
That man, I'ma say that man a gangster, man. Gangsters don't motherfucking dance, man. The man don't told you so many words. He a gangster. You can ask the man. Man, the man a gangster, man. You've never seen a Caribbean gangster dance. Period. You seen the other boys dance. You know what I'm saying? You seen Shotters. You see them boys not dance. They were dancing night, dancing with that shit. You know what I'm saying? OG, we thank you. OG, we thank you for coming on. So you know me, you can talk all night, man. We thank you, man.
No
Bless up. That hit one thing. So listen, next time you have a party, let me know. I'm gonna bring Coco, you know, so she can see how you really get down. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he also do parties. So y'all make sure y'all get him for all your promotional needs. Need any liquor? Go holler at my boy here at the top of West Chapel, covering the highway. You know, and I'm big for the hood. I put on for my hood. Y'all see, I got the Glenwood half for sale, $40. Hit me on my DM. You know what I'm saying? We doing pre-orders right now. We got 41 pre-orders, so they will be coming to y'all next week. I am Allison West J Media.
And I am Coco, and thank you so much for being on the show. I'm pulling up.
No problem. Pull up and follow me on my IG, Golden Child 007, and TikTok, Golden Child 876. Pull up.
Next week, good people. Next week.
What's going on, good people? It's your girl Coco with the Media Show, and I'm here with the beautiful Adrian Swagalicious with our gossip today. So what we talking about today? What's going on?
Man, it is a lot going on today. First, we want to send our prayers out to, you remember Christina Applegate?
I do.
Okay, so she just got diagnosed before. If you remember her previously, she did have cancer, so she had the breast removed, and so now she's been diagnosed with multiple sclerosis.
Oh man!
So prayers is going out to her, and
Praying
then
for her.
Far as celebrity gossip, we got Jay-Z and Will Smith.
What they got going on?
Gotten into like this new housing thing. So they ended up linking up with a financial company that's creating housing where they'll let people find a home of your dream, you move in there, and then after 2 years of paying rent, they set you up with, I guess it's kind of one of those lease to own things.
Okay.
But then we had an activist here that is from Georgia named Nicole Hannah Jones, who ended up slamming them.
Wow.
Saying that it's predatory as far as what they're doing because, you know, as far as having people with the rent to lease type thing, they end up incurring so many fees. Of course, once Rock Nation reached out to her to see if they can have a more extended conversation, she didn't respond. But it's early on. Let's just see if she does.
So tell me again, like what are they doing? Like, how does the program work? Do they go?
Well, pretty much so. You end up finding a house. You end up finding one in the area that you want to stay in. You move into the house. After you go through the criteria, the background check, so on and so forth. You move in, if you get approved, and you get to stay there for 2 years. After 2 years, basically within those 2 years, a certain portion of your rent is going to go towards the actual ownership of the house.
So I like this though.
But I like it if you follow the course. But the thing is, sometimes it's just like if we was to go and just say to everybody, we're going to wipe everybody's credit clean and give y'all a brand new start. Within 30 days, half of them people is going to re-screw up their credit and be back at a deficit versus getting ahead. Now, it's not everybody.
Right.
But the way that she's saying the program is being targeted, I like the program.
You know why I like it? Because I too am one of those people and have been like to where I've wanted to be in my own like home, you know, and it's kind of like there was a time where I was wishing somebody with some money or somebody would come out and give me a chance, like help me out, do you know what I'm saying? Help me get on my feet. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like for people like myself and other people out here, I think programs like that are beneficial. You know, like you say, some people might mess it up, but I think that's on them.
Sometimes I think some advocates can and activists can kind of go overboard and like you just try to pick a fight with anybody. And if they're coming in, I don't know if it's just the fact that you don't like who they are, but I feel like they're a perfect example, especially coming out of New York from the tallest standing projects ever to be built in anybody's community. If they want to come back and find a way to help out their people become homeowners, it's not like they're creating a new project. They're putting them people in homes, rightfully so.
And they ain't got to. Both of them are what? Damn near millionaires, whatever.
Jay-Z
it's like
and
they
Will
don't.
Smith?
Yeah, like they don't. This is something they don't have to do, you know. And even the fact that they're trying to have a conversation with her, you know, to.
I don't completely agree with her argument, but I would love for her to come forth and have an honest conversation with them just to see. You know.
Can I acknowledge something real quick? Because I keep seeing this empty chair in my...
Biggz actually
people
got small,
Biggz,
everybody.
You know, we...
Here he is. Here he is. Let's put more toppings like, there you go, bitch. We fell off.
I know y'all looking for big ass, but you know, he set this one out on us. But we miss you, Big. You know, I keep saying this empty chair. I want to push that shit out the way. But I'm sorry.
Okay, so the next thing we can move on to is T-Pain. Ended up, he's getting over a lot of his mental illness. Now, I know we love T-Pain because he ended up breaking into the music industry of hip-hop with auto-tune.
Right.
And in the beginning, everybody loved auto-tune because if you could rap or if you could not or sing, then you had auto-tune that kind of pushed you through. And a lot of people really made it off of auto-tune in the music industry, honestly. But then here recently, people such as Usher came out and just ended up being honest with T-Pain and told him, like, you ruined music. Damn. And so saying certain things like that when society has put you, our culture, has put you at number one, and then they tear you down to zero, it's a bit daunting. So he kind of went into a couple things that he went through, and one of the things he went through was one of the moments and one time he ended up seeing Jay-Z and Beyonce at an event, and he went to go over and try to have a conversation with them. So he went and got 2 glasses of Hennessy, walked up to Beyonce, and she accidentally elbowed him with the drinks, and it spilled all over her, of course, white dress. And so that sent him spiraling off. So T-Pain really, he went through like 9 different things that happened to him with people in the industry. I'm glad he's still here. I'm glad you're still here. You made it through that.
I hope T-Pain don't take this stuff to heart. Like, you know, your music did change.
Beyonce dress.
Yeah, but I mean, she's human. You know,
what would you do if that was you, Co-Co?
If somebody spilled something on my
No. If you spilled Hennessy on.
Of course, I'm gonna feel like, oh, I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, it's like she's human, and I know, and I feel like she knows that too. I feel like she's a humble person to the point to where it's like,
well, I wonder how it went because he was suicidal, so I don't know.
Spilling something on her. Shit,
well, I won't say it's because of her. He went through quite a few things with people. I mean, Usher telling you ruined music.
I think that just
music. I mean,
it sounds like he probably just needed to get some help anyway, because he seems a little fragile. I'm sorry, like not because. Your music was good, T-Pain. The music was good. Don't let Usher kill your dreams. You know, I still your songs come on the radio and I'm still dancing to it. So like, hey. And I feel like for people like Usher, like if you can sing, you can sing. Don't let nobody can't nobody take what's yours.
Right. Period. What about R. Kelly? You still
what you mean?
To him? You still like
music is good. I ain't gonna listen.
I don't hear a yes or a no.
I like his. Okay, I'm gonna say this. I still like the music because the music ain't gonna change. Like if I liked it back then, just because I don't like what you did, don't mean that all of a sudden your music sounds like trash. You know, the music is still good, but you know, I still put it this way. I'm not supporting him to the point where I'm still like just streaming his music. But if it come on the radio, I'm gonna sing it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Or if it come on my playlist, I ain't delete his music out my playlist.
So finally, for as long as he has been locked up waiting to get his trial set, they are in the middle of selecting his jurors or whatever, but also trying to get certain things thrown out before the trial actually begins. And one of the things they're getting thrown out is the fact that he was deliberately spreading herpes. Ooh. Because that's considered a misdemeanor, and they can give you like 2 to 5 years per person. But they're trying to get like all the, I guess they want to call it miscellaneous things. I don't know if I would call giving me herpes miscellaneous just because he had bigger things he was doing. But anyway, so that's what they're doing with him. So it's causing quite a division. And plus they just came up with that story about him and Aaliyah, and she was a child and marrying her and her being pregnant. So he's just kind of, I don't know.
Now that's the whole, you know, a lot of times I be
it's that
on the other side, but I can, but I don't agree with it.
But D.L. Hughley made a good point. Somebody asked him in an interview would he still listen, and he said, well, yeah, why not? Because we're still singing the national anthem.
Good point.
And we know what that means.
Good point.
Bloodshed of the black Americans.
You're right.
So.
Well, I don't sing it. I never knew the words to that shit. I ain't never
me either. I mumble through it. I just sometimes wonder.
I ain't never knew that shit.
Got through elementary because I definitely and still don't. And then we want to go ahead. We'll leave off with Chucky Thompson, one of the major hitmen that was on with P. Diddy. He did a lot of. He passed away recently. He was a major producer, so he did like the 411 with Mary J. Blige, Biggie, Nas. So he was definitely a pillar as far as a producer in that industry. So he did pass away just a couple days ago. So we definitely want to say
R.I.P.
hats off and prayers to the hip hop industry with the loss of him.
Oh.
And I think that will be it.
Well, thank you so much, Adrian.
Thank you.
Swagger Girl Licious. Y'all check out Swag Adrian on Instagram. I'm talking about YouTube. On Instagram as Swaggerlicious.
Yeah.
Spell that out for him.
No, just go to the media.
To the media show.
Look up one of the posts. It's in there and tap on that link and go, because it's very long and the attention span is already 2 seconds and it takes me 5 to spell it. So
yeah, y'all make sure y'all check it out, because she got a lot of good little news and gossip on that page.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for bringing us all this juicy gossip today.
Yes.
See you next week. Thank you guys for tuning in. Biggz Big Ass will hopefully be back next go round.
He's right here though.
Oh, you see him?
Biggz got small.
Here, African West JV.
Take a trip to my side.
African West JV.
If you a bitch, you can't bang with us.